Hello my friends, I'm Bee and this is Bee's Intuition, and today we're going to do a reading all about what is becoming clear for the collective during this time. And during this time is just whenever you see this. Okay, so please and thank you, Spirit. What is becoming clear for the collective during this time? Please and thank you. What is becoming clear for the collective during this time? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is becoming clear for the collective? Ooh. Anything else? Please and thank you. Anything else? Okay. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So, starting off, we have the Three of Cups. Okay. Three of Swords. Okay. 10 of Wands. King of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the World card. So I feel like there's something going on with your friendships. And there's potentially some sort of heartbreak that you're going through, or a time of difficulty. And then there's like two other characters that are playing a part in this story here. And then the World card at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're maybe going through some major cycle changes during this time. Okay, let's just start clarifying. Starting with that Three of Cups. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Three of Cups? Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my. So, okay, anyways, let's just show you. So clarifying that Three of Cups is the Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Seven of Swords, so that's a very interesting energy. So, somebody, I think either somebody that you consider a friend or somebody that you are on a friendly term, on friendly terms with, has some feelings for you, and like a lot of feelings. Like this person is picturing a future between the two of you, like growing together. Okay, I'm getting growing old together, literally. Like they can see a whole life with you that is incredibly abundant, or maybe that's also how they see you, as like an incredibly abundant person. With the Six of Wands, they clearly want success in coming towards you to share their feelings about you, how they feel about you. It could also be something regarding you being in the spotlight for some reason. It could trigger this person to want to act, or this could be that they appreciate you. There's something about you being appreciated or feeling appreciated. I feel like this person has, this is a lot of positive energy, which makes me suspicious of this Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, because it's almost like, on the surface, everything is beautiful, but what if there's something sneaky going on? This may just be your fear as well. Maybe if you don't know this person super well, you don't know if they're hiding something, or maybe you're kind of assuming the worst. And, that's, your feelings are valid because it's probably based off of like past experiences. But I feel like maybe you feel like you're on alert with this person, even though they come across with pretty genuine energy, it feels like. Loving, stable, excited. And then the Seven of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so I'm getting maybe it's along the lines of too good to be true. I think you feel like there could be some sort of catch with this one. Okay, I might cycle back around to that if I still have questions, but let's go on to the Three of Swords now. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, anything else for that Three of Swords? Thank you.
Okay. Oh, how interesting. Ooh. What the heck is going on here? Okay. Okay. What the heck? Okay. So, clarifying the Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Wands came out in this direction, so that's causing something to be held back. Nine of Cups, the Moon card, Death card. Bottom of the deck is the Four. Okay, this is such an interesting energy. Like, I don't know what it is about this already, but like it feels. The energies are weird with this one. Okay. It feels like back and forth, kind of. This is so interesting because this is the Three of Swords that this is clarifying. And then the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, both beautiful cards. I'm honestly getting that this could have to do with your self-love and the things that you are building up in your life for yourself. You could be working on something regarding your finances, your abundance, stability, security. And it feels like there could be something attached to your self-love that is bringing about this abundance, this prosperity, this stability within yourself, within your life. Okay, I'm almost wondering if this is a byproduct of you getting your heart broken. Because it feels like there was some sort of situation, because this is clarifying the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is pretty commonly known as that like heartbreak card. And so it feels like maybe you had some sort of tricky situation emotionally, romantically or whatever, and after getting your heart broken, you went within. And you started focusing on your self-love and your own life, building a life for yourself in some way. I feel like it could very much be that you poured yourself into your work or passion project or hobby. There was something that you really poured yourself into other than yourself. But I feel like honestly, whatever it is other than yourself is something that means a lot to you. And so it's almost like it is for yourself. And then with the Five of Wands coming out this way, it's very interesting to me because I feel like almost, I'm getting that you probably are a little bit cut off when it comes to being open to potentially romantic encounters because of whatever happened here that like left you heartbroken. I feel almost like this energy of like, I can't trust anybody else, I can only trust myself. And I think part of that comes with that fear of tension. And I almost like get like a sense of like even chaos to a degree, where it's like maybe you're used to relationships having to do with conflict or having to be like chaotic and messy and not very like healthy or organized, or like it feels like it's chaotic and messy and you just want to avoid that. Like that's what you are trying to like avoid with that. And that's kind of part of why you've been pouring all of your energy into yourself, is because I think you're a little bit closed off to other people coming in, especially romantically. And then it's like with the Nine of Cups, the Moon card, and the Death card, I really do feel like you're going to be going through a major transformation with this, because in this card it almost reads to me as like this is you being content all by yourself. You have your own accomplishments, you're very proud of what you have accomplished, feeling quite content being single here or just independent in general. But then there's like something is going on behind the scenes that you are not aware of. And it almost feels like this could be the divine planning something for you, because it forces you to go through this major transformation. I mean, it's the Death card. It's a huge transformation energy. I almost get the message that you may be coming out of this time of independence. I feel like something is going to make you turn your mind, your energy towards the idea of union with someone. Yeah, it feels almost like the divine is trying to bring somebody into your life to potentially shake things up a little bit for you. Because I feel like when this comes about, it could trigger some fear with that moon card. But the death card is also about like transformation that is necessary, right? Like we cannot avoid death in life, you know? We can't have life without death. And so it's like, this is something that's almost inevitable for you to go through this transformation. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is gonna come up when you least expect it, because I feel like you're gonna be in your zone. You're gonna be focusing on whatever you got going on. You're going to be feeling really contented within yourself, within your life, within your accomplishments. And then it's almost like out of nowhere, here comes this desire for change. And it's like it can lead to this happiness and union here. If you open up to it, which could require transformation if you are very much in your own energy, you know, not very open to others. It could require some, you know, transformation for you to open up to other people, especially if there is somebody that's going to be coming in to make you feel those feelings. And I almost am getting with that moon card, maybe you have repressed certain feelings. This could be for somebody in particular, or this could be, you know, just trying not to get too tapped into the emotions or too tapped into the heart chakra. It feels like, I honestly, I feel like you're the type of person to wear their heart on their sleeve. And I think that you are almost forcing yourself to do the opposite of that, where it's like keeping everything hidden so that you're safer. And I feel like, I wonder if something is going to trigger you to not continue that pattern of keeping everything in. I feel like something is going to help you break out of yourself, to be honest. Like it feels like you're getting out of your comfort zone that you may have built up. Yeah. I have a feeling the spirit has something planned for you that you do not see coming, and it's big. Let's go into this 10 of Wands, please and thank you. What can you tell me about that 10 of Wands, please and thank you? What is becoming clear for the collective during this time, please and thank you, Spirit? 10 of Wands, clarification, please and thank you. Can you clarify that 10 of Wands for me, please and thank you, Spirit? Please and thank you. What do you got for that? Okay. Well. Is that way too many? That feels like a lot. No, I'll go with it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, so clarifying that 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups, King of Swords, Page of Wands, King of Wands, 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. This is interesting. Whoa. This is crazy, dude. Honestly, this is reading to me like somebody else's transformation going on here. So, 10 of Wands typically deals with some sense of a burden, right? And so I feel like, also with this card I get like I was saying with that 5 of Wands earlier, it's a sense of chaos, because the way that the wands are all meshed together, it almost looks like a big mess that you can't find your way through. Could be like somebody's thoughts even, or their like mental space, or just like their life. It's like how they feel about something is like they can't see things clearly, or it's just a big mess and it's not helping things. And it feels like a sense of a burden. But then it's like somebody is leaving that burden behind, leaving behind things that no longer emotionally fulfill them, moving towards things that do emotionally fulfill them. And then it's like, this is what I mean by transformation. I feel like this is quite the transformation going on here. Because it's like King of Swords, Page of Wands, King of Wands. It almost feels like it's somebody that's transforming into... Actually, no. It feels almost like they're starting to embrace parts of themselves. So maybe it's not even so much of a transformation, but rather bringing out a certain side of themselves that they don't usually bring out in themselves. Because it feels like this is somebody that is logical, rational. I'm getting even maybe a no-nonsense type of personality. Somebody that's a little serious. But then it's like, the Page of Wands is, pretty different from that King of Swords in the way that this Page of Wands is somebody that's youthful, optimistic, eager. Like, there's just like a youthful optimism with this card. And I feel like it even can, especially in this context, it feels almost like inner child healing. Like getting tapped back into those feelings from childhood of like when everything was new and exciting and you never knew what was just around the corner, and that was a good thing. It feels almost like this person tapping back into that side of themselves. Yeah. And then it's like once they tap back into that part of themselves, they're able to level up to the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is somebody that is fiery, charismatic, passionate, on the go. Somebody who's aware of their passions and embraces their passions, lets their passion drive them. And then with the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, this person has been going through a lot, especially mentally. This could be somebody that struggles with some sort of mental health issues. With this card, I get specifically like anxiety, PTSD, depression even. Just like being kept up at night with all of those like negative thoughts. Maybe even having bad dreams or something. And then the 5 of Swords. Okay, so I'm actually getting more so the PTSD sort of message, especially because like they could have been experiencing this 5 of Swords from somebody who was mistreating them, bullying them, somebody that does not have consideration for others, and as a result of that mistreatment, they have all of this mental baggage, really. And it could even do with like the way that they think about themselves, like their own self-perception, like whatever this negative energy was in their life, it could have changed how they see themselves. Because like when we are mistreated like that, it's hard not to internalize that as if it's something that we did, rather than that other person who is mistreating us. And I almost even wonder if like this, them going from the King of Swords energy to the King of Wands energy, I wonder if that's maybe the key to either unlocking their trauma or like moving through that trauma, healing that trauma. Because the King of Swords is the type of person to be kind of stuck in this energy because he is so much in the headspace. Whereas the King of Wands is more of like a heart space. I wonder if this person could have even been afraid of tapping into their passion for a period of time, or afraid of what their passions would lead to in a certain situation. The bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands again. So this could be somebody that sees union with you. It could even be you that has inspired them to leave behind things that are not serving them. You could have inspired them to get more tapped into their heart space, or maybe tapped into their passion in some way, and maybe start working through all of that mental baggage that has been building up for quite some time. You could be their inspiration for all of that. But it does feel like this is, you know, what's going on for this person, like behind the scenes. I feel like it doesn't feel like they are acting towards this Four of Wands, but it feels like maybe that's the idea, or like the goal, through working on this stuff, through trying to improve themselves, through trying to get rid of the things that are not serving them. I wonder if this is like their motivation is union with you. Or that could just be like what helps them keep going, like the idea of it. You know what, I think I'm going to clarify this Five of Swords energy just to see if like there's something else attached to that, because it feels like right now they're really just going through it mentally. Okay, clarify that Five of Swords for me, please, and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Well, that pretty much sums it up. That Two of Cups in the reverse is indicating that this is some sort of a romantic connection that did not go well. That's the Five of Swords. This person may have just gotten out of a very toxic relationship. Two of Cups upright is like very much like almost like a soulmate energy. Like it's a balanced give and take. There's like reciprocal energy. You both are equal. And in the reverse, there's a lack of balance. There's a lack of equality in this relationship. Somebody here held all the power and misused that power. Yeah. This feels like it's fresh. This person may have just gotten out of a relationship that was mistreating them, making them feel very bad about themselves. Yeah, that's what it feels like. And maybe they're still like, because this is all clarifying that Ten of Wands, and so I feel like maybe that burden that they're feeling is really processing everything, you know, processing how this relationship made them feel. Maybe even trying to tap back into who they were before they met this person. It feels like they're mentally kind of chaotic right now and kind of a mess in their mental space. And I think it has to do with healing from this past person. I'm even starting to wonder if like this person that they were in a connection with kind of forced them to be more so in the King of Swords energy, where it's a little bit less in touch with their emotions. I wonder if their emotions were not a safe thing to tap into when they were in that connection with that other person. And so maybe through breaking this off or breaking up with this person, they were able to tap back into their inner child and reestablish who they are, and then build up that sense of knowing themselves enough to become that King of Wands energy. And also that King of Wands energy could be how this person shows up after they go through this healing process. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, and so with that, I feel like this is making way. Like this person is shedding that off, working through that. But yeah, so what I feel with that is that this person is breaking off with that toxic person. They're processing all of that trauma. They're processing I honestly feel like they lost themselves. They didn't know who they were when they ended this with this person, because I feel like they were consumed by that other person to the point where they forgot who they are. And so they have to, like, not only are they processing all of those feelings, emotions, trauma that they experienced and are currently experiencing in terms of their emotions, but they also have to reestablish, who am I? What am I passionate about? What drives me? What motivates me? That's what this person is going through. And it's all because they're making the way for a new beginning here. Something that can build, something that can become a stable, like something that's stable and worth having, something that's buildable. So it's like, it feels like they're kind of clearing away all of that muck so that they can allow for something new to come in. Okay. Let's go on to that King of Pentacles energy, please and thank you, Spirit. What can you tell me about that King of Pentacles energy, please and thank you? Anything else for the King of Pentacles, please and thank you, Spirit? Okay. So we got some goodies. So clarifying that King of Pentacles is the Strength card and the Chariot card. Okay. So Mr. King of Pentacles here is feeling strong, courageous, fearless even. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I'm honestly feeling like this King of Pentacles could be the same person as this King of Wands person. Which honestly I like. Actually, yeah, I do like that because they embodied the King of Swords. And then they go through this little transformation sort of thing. And then they embody the King of Wands. And now they're embodying the King of Pentacles. And it's like once they embody all four kings, the combination of all the kings in the deck is the Emperor. And so if you are an Empress, it would make sense that this person has to kind of go through this journey to embody all of those kings so that they can become the Emperor to your Empress, regardless of gender, by the way. Yeah, because it's like, especially when they're in this King of Pentacles energy, they become much more confident. And I think that that has to do something with building up a stability, a security within themselves. And that could be like going back to that transformation between the King of Swords and the King of Wands. It's like, okay, like they, through that process of redefining who they are or finding their passions again, finding their purpose, their drive, through that process of reintroducing themselves, really, like reintroducing themselves to themselves, that builds up a security, a stability within themselves, because it's like now they know who they are, now they know what they stand for. And so once they establish that, once they build that up, it's like they feel this sense of courage and the ability to move forward with something or move towards something that they truly want here. And both of those are major arcana, clarifying that King of Pentacles. So this is like major stuff going on here. I want to see, because and also when it comes to that Chariot card, it feels like it's moving towards this new beginning. Something new that the two of you could build together potentially. Like starting from the bottom up, I'm getting. I want to see if anything else comes out for that King of Pentacles, because I feel like there might be another message there. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell me about that? Ooh, interesting. The High Priestess came out in the reverse. There's a fear of their intuition. I feel like, yeah. I almost am getting like maybe they're worried that their intuition is wrong. Like I feel like a sense of mistrusting their intuition. And so if their intuition is telling them to come towards you after they've gone through this process, they may be questioning their intuition. Which doesn't make too much sense, because if they're showing up in this courageous, I want to move forward energy, you would think that they would be past the point of questioning that intuition. I think I'm going to clarify that for sure, just to make sure I'm like, you know, getting the message clearly. 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so there is plan making here. Like somebody is making plans. But maybe they're not, they're like questioning what they know. I don't know. Like it feels like there's like, and it's probably a message through their intuition that deep down they truly know, but it's like maybe they don't have physical evidence, so they're not so sure about relying on that intuition or that intuitive download that they feel. But it's like they know that they want something here. Okay, I think I will. I think I'm going to clarify that. High Priestess in the reverse. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that for me? Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so they have to be patient with something here. And I'm wondering if that's either their own intuition or... That's so interesting. So, High Priestess in the reverse, clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. So it's almost telling me like that, well, I'm getting a few different messages, but so if they have a fear of their intuition, there could be some sort of need to be patient with themselves. Because, well, and that's a whole nother thing, is like when you start to listen to your intuition, you're naturally going to have times in which you don't fully trust that intuition, because we live in a 3D reality where everything has to be proved with the physical. And so maybe they have to be patient with themselves. Be patient with the fact that they go back and forth between like thinking like, you know, this is right and maybe not. But I'm also getting that this could even be how they perceive you to be. Upright, this is somebody that is very intuitive, a little bit mysterious, a little bit like, you know, a little bit more hidden. I honestly feel like, yeah, because it's like, if I were to compare the High Priestess to the Hierophant, so the Hierophant has like the 2 people that like he's like initiating into the religion or whatever, and the High Priestess, she's all by herself, like nobody else is there, so it's almost like there's a sense of being maybe a little bit more isolated. And then when it comes to the reversal, I honestly feel like maybe they even like feel like you don't like them. Because it almost even feels like a sense of rejection from this High Priestess. So if they see you as this High Priestess, it could be like a feeling of being rejected by you. But then there's like a need for patience. So maybe this could even be like when they come forward, they express themselves to you, and maybe either you give them mixed messages, or maybe you kind of like stop them from going any further, or like, you know, feels like there's like a sense of resistance on your end if that is you. And so if that is the case, maybe you need to mull things over to think about it. Maybe this person needs to kind of like take a step back and wait for you to respond. because there is growth happening, but it feels like maybe there isn't. Or there's like a sense of impatience as well. You know what, I think I might clarify that a little bit further just to make sure that I'm on the right track with that. But bottom of the deck, the Hermit card. So if this person recently went through their own spiritual, awakening and spent some time in isolation, kind of working on themselves, finding out like what they want, even who they are, there's definitely a feeling of being much more wise coming out of that period of time, and perhaps seeing the bigger picture in some way. Yeah, let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles, please and thank you. Can you clarify? Ooh, thank you. Page of Swords. Okay, yeah. So there is like this need for... there's a need for delay. What does that even mean? Like, there needs to be a delay? Oh, okay. I think, okay. So this could also be that they don't have like all of the information about you that is necessary to come towards you. And I wonder if like maybe they like kind of have to like observe you first. Because these are both like cards of observation, very much. The Page of Swords can sometimes indicate a delay. The Seven of Pentacles deals a lot with like needing patience for something here. So it feels like maybe they need to observe you a little bit more before they come forward, because it's like maybe they need information in order to take this action. It feels like they need information from you. But it almost feels like they're trying to get this information not by directly talking to you, but rather observing you. That is so interesting. I also even wonder like if maybe like they feel super confident, they want to come in, but then it's like, wait, I don't know if this person's single, I don't know if this person's even interested in me. I don't know if like, it feels like they have a lack of information. They need more information before deciding something or before acting on something. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So now I'm seeing it clearly. Okay, so like in this image, they're walking past this window and it feels like they're very much on the outside looking in. And I think that that's how this person may be viewing how they are in relation to you. Is like maybe they feel like they're on the outside looking in. And it makes, like from their perspective, they feel like something is a lost cause or that they don't stand a chance. Like they feel like down and out about it. But the beautiful thing about this Five of Pentacles card is like even though they feel very down and out and like, you know, lost and, that they don't have anybody to help them, support them, if they went inside this church, they would be able to get what they need for support. And so it's like, it's more so the illusion that they're on the outside looking in and that nobody is around to help them, and, you know, that feeling of like not having anyone, the feeling of like having to do something on your own in a hard, difficult. Yeah, it almost feels like it's like, well, in relation to this, it feels like they may be misunderstanding something because of the way that they are positioned. It's very much their perspective of things and maybe not necessarily the reality. Because it feels like they are very much in this observation energy of watching you and trying to figure out something about you. They also could be feeling incredibly insecure about themselves in relation to you or in relation to coming towards you. Maybe they feel like they're not good enough for you. Maybe they feel like they are lacking in some regard, whereas you are not lacking in that area. And that could cause them to be in this like hesitating energy. I'm gonna see if there's anything else for that High Priestess in the reverse, because it's like there's something about that. Yeah. Please and thank you. Can you tell me anything more about this High Priestess in the reverse? I feel like there's another message that I need to get. Please and thank you, Spirit. What the heck, dude? Alright. Uh-huh. The Hanged Man came out in the reverse. And then the Four of Wands came out upright. Okay. 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 That actually perfectly demonstrates to me what I was just saying. Because, like, I think I just said, especially, okay, so another thing. Bottom of the deck is still the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, but as I was saying with that, it's like, from their point of view, outside looking in, from their perspective, it may not be in touch with reality. And so when we see things from our own perspective, we don't always have all of the facts. We don't always see things as they truly are, but rather how they make us feel. And so the Hangman upright, it's all about going through this shift in perspective, right? Seeing the bigger picture, seeing something from a different point of view that is more enlightened. But when it's in the reverse, they're not having that change of perspective. They aren't seeing things as clearly as they could. And I feel like it could be like just a lack of information. And then it's like, but it's like, even though they don't have all the facts, and they may think that, you know, they may be psyching themselves out to a degree because they can only see from their perspective this very limited point of view. And I feel like that point of view, that perspective, is kind of telling them not to go for this. But then it's like, this is what they want, is union with you. Like, this is, I feel like this is what they want more than anything. And so it's like, it's really just holding them back, their own perspective of things, because their perspective, I don't believe, is the reality of the situation. Like, there's something that they're not seeing clearly that actually would help them move forward. Because it's almost like if they were to have the Hangman upright, seeing things from a different perspective, then that would be like the key to unlocking this union. Because it's almost like, I'm getting that you may have feelings for this person as well as them having feelings for you. Like, I feel like it's just from their perspective that they think that you don't have feelings for them. But it's like they ultimately want this union with you. And it almost, you know, it kind of gives me that feeling of like the Moon card to a degree, because it's almost like their worst fears, you know, are kind of coming up and kind of talking to them and trying to convince them not to go through with something. But it almost feels like, because this is where their heart lies, like their true heart's desire here is like a union with you. And so it feels like they have to overcome that feeling of like their perspective. How do I word that? Like, it's like they have to overcome those feelings of like not having all the facts, or those feelings of like, oh, they don't like me because they didn't smile at me today. Like, you know, it's something like that. Like, it feels like their limited perspective is hindering them, but it almost feels like they are able and willing to go through that feeling of like not having all the facts, of not seeing things clearly, of potentially being disregarded by you if they come forward. But it's like, I think, yeah, okay. So I think that they have to very much become this strong, courageous person if they want this to work out between the two of you, because it's like, they can sit back and watch all they want, but they're never gonna have the full picture unless they actually talk to you, right? I feel like, honestly, that's the biggest part of this, is like, they're not talking to you. Like, it feels like they're kind of just like lingering in the background and looking for a sign, but like they're not expressing themselves to you. And maybe even through not interacting with you, they're not allowing you to give your perspective of things. It almost feels like this person might be making things a little bit more complicated than they need to be honest. Where it's like, it feels like they're like, they need to know what you think of them, but they don't want to directly ask you, or they don't want to, it's like they're trying to figure out the answer without asking you. It's kind of funny because like objectively, like it's really funny because it's like, oh, from a bigger perspective or point of view, like just talk to that person. But like in their mind and in their feelings and like all of that, like they're so afraid of approaching you, I think. It feels like maybe you're intimidating to them in some degree, like because you are this beautiful, like if you are that high priestess, you're very much like divine, intuitive, like very much like in your own power. And so it's almost like they could be a little bit intimidated by you, and so that's why they're like kind of like hanging back and trying to observe and trying to get signs that are like more abstract than just, straightforward. That's so interesting. But it feels like they are willing to move through that feeling of that blockage of themselves, And with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck again, it's almost like the more that they spend time in their head and the more that they observe from a distance and not actually interacting with you, the more they're going to feel insecure. The more they're going to feel like they don't have what they need to come towards you. So it's like, it's really like this person is kind of like sabotaging themselves to a degree. I wouldn't say completely sabotaging though. I feel like, because it's almost like, it's very much like this overall story of like, I am going forward. I just have to overcome my fears in order to come forward. But it's like, that's what they want. That's the end goal here. That's their motivation for coming towards you. And so it's like they are going to do that, but they're going to have all of this like fear that they have to work through in order to come forward. Yeah, and I feel like things could work out much better for them than they anticipate, because I'm going back to this storyline of like, they just need to go into the church and they'll get the help that they need, the supports that they need. And so it's almost like they're just not seeing the bigger picture. They're not seeing the bigger perspective here. Okay, let's go on to that Knight of Pentacles, please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that? Anything else for that Knight of Pentacles, please and thank you. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, clarifying that Knight of Pentacles, we have the Sun card, Four of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles came out in this direction. So, this is interesting, because it's like, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So, I'm honestly thinking that because of this, like, sort of back and forth within themselves of, like, I don't know how they feel, I can only sort of guess, like, how they feel about me, and it's not enough information to go off of, and all of that sort of muckiness that's holding them back is causing them to sort of go into this Knight of Pentacles energy where they're taking things slow. It's almost like they really want to establish a game plan before moving forward. And it's like, yeah, it's also this like feeling of like slow and steady wins the race. And it's like going slow, embodying this Knight of Pentacles energy is going to lead to this ultimate happiness. Like it feels like that's the right way to go. Like that's the proper action to take, is taking things slowly. Four of Cups. So I do feel like they still have that concern that you may reject them. Like that you may not accept their little cup of love that they're offering to you. But it's like you make them incredibly happy, so they're like willing to risk that potential rejection, I guess. But then it's like the Queen of Cups. I honestly feel like this could be very much your energy. I'm almost even getting that like maybe this person is going slow because they're a little hesitant. And they're not quite sure if you're going to respond good to them coming towards you and expressing themselves or not. But I feel like the way that you receive them is just like kind, open, loving. Very sweet. Like it's such a sweet energy. And I almost wonder if, actually that would make a lot of sense. So, especially if they did just get out of this like connection with somebody that was mistreating them pretty badly, maybe they do expect you to be more so Queen of Cups in the reverse, you know, somebody that's not as loving and caring, but you are coming out as the Queen of Cups upright. And so I feel like I honestly get like you're so incredibly loving to this person. Like that's how they perceive you to be. And I almost wonder if like they've never met anybody as loving as you are. Because it feels like something is significant about the energy that you are in when this person comes towards you. I also get a sense of patience. Like there's a certain sense of patience with your kindness. And it's actually quite a beautiful feeling. It feels almost like you know, say if this person does, you know, work slowly towards you, or, you know, work to get some sort of connection with you going very slowly, I almost feel like you may be very understanding and very supportive and patient with this person, especially if you know what their past is like with that other person that they were with who mistreated them. You may see that it is necessary to be patient in this circumstance. And I feel like there's something about that almost feels like a sigh of relief when this person encounters that kindness, that patience. I feel like that could be something that they haven't really experienced before. Somebody that's patient, somebody that's truly loving and understanding. Like truly understanding. Like you have a way of just understanding this person in like a very deep way emotionally. And then with the 8 of Pentacles coming out this way, it's like projecting somebody forward in a positive way. And so it's like I almost feel like a sense of like they want to work for you, and not necessarily like literally working for you, but like they want to work for this connection with you. It almost feels like that they want to build for you. I don't even know how to articulate that. Like it pretty much, it's like they want to give you the world. And they're willing to put in that effort. They're willing to put in that hard work and determination to give you what you deserve. Like, if they're like not in the best place security-wise, they're going to build up that security. If they're not in the best place, like, well, in any way, honestly, like any area of their life in which they don't feel like they're up to par, they will work through that. Because they see you as this beautiful, honestly, like a ray of sunshine is what I'm getting, especially with the combination of the Sun card and the Queen of Cups. Like, you're very much like a ray of sunshine to this person, and so it's like this person is desiring to like show you that they mean business, but also sort of maybe even prove themselves to you to an extent. And I feel like that could even go back to that Knight of Pentacles energy, where it's like they're trying to build this up over a period of time, slowly start to show you that they are worth trusting, or, you know, build up that, you know, that good energy of like showing, like, yeah, their actions back up what they have to say. It feels like they very much are a person that likes to show this, show that they mean business, show that they're serious through their actions. It feels like this is somebody that is very much action oriented, where it's like, I'm not gonna just talk the talk, I'm gonna walk the walk, because I'm so like dedicated to this. Yeah, that's a whole other thing too, is like there feels like a big sense of dedication with the Eight of Pentacles coming out this way. Yeah, it's like they are dedicated to working on this. They are dedicated to working through things. Like they are very much like determined. And so maybe through that, like they want to embody the Knight of Pentacles energy so that they can build this up slowly and, you know, building up that stability in a slow way rather than a fast way. And, you know, when it comes to building any sort of foundation, it's best to take your time with it, with that building. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like there are still like this, and maybe this is like, you know, their mind space when they are, you know, thinking of coming towards you is like, there's still illusions going on. There's still not quite enough clarity. But I feel like they are going to be experiencing that sense of clarity when they come towards you. Because that Sun card, it really very much tells me that there is something that is going to be exposed. And it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing at all. It feels like it's quite positive. I mean, it is the Sun card after all, but like it feels like the sun is illuminating something here between the two of you. And it could simply be, you know, what they have not been seeing, what they've been confused about. They may even think that you have multiple options when it comes to potential romantic partners. And so it could even be simply illuminating the fact that, you know, that maybe you have eyes for them, or that even if you have multiple options, it doesn't mean that any of those are people that you're interested in, or anybody that you're actually pursuing or interested in pursuing. Like it feels like there is that sense of confusion and like not seeing things quite clearly, but it's like, again, there's like a sense of like they're not letting that confusion stop them from coming towards this. And there's something about like them being a little bit afraid of like you not choosing them, especially if you have like other options. It feels like they feel like they're having to like kind of like they're just like another one of your options, and that they'll be like pushed to the back of the line, you know. But I feel like there is something here about that's really just how they feel about it and not truly what's actually going to happen. I'm kind of curious. I'm actually going to take out that Seven of Cups, and I'm going to clarify that, I think, because it's very interesting. I want to know if there's like a message behind that I'm not quite getting. Six of Pentacles underneath that. So Clearly they want to give here. And they see that this is worth giving to. It's just like these illusions, these illusions, the things that they're not seeing clearly yet. Okay, let's clarify that. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Sound of Cups for me, please and thank you? What can you tell me about that Sound of Cups, please and thank you? Ooh. Four of Pentacles. Okay. The line. Okay, so what just popped into my mind is stuck to you like glue, and that just reminds me of like that song by Elvis. It's like, I'm gonna stick like glue, 'cause I'm stuck on you. Yeah, that's what it is. It feels like they are very much like determined. Like, and it's like, yeah, so it's like, regardless of how they feel about like those hesitations, like those fears of like, oh, what if I'm not the best option? What if I blah, 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 blah. And it's like, this Four of Pentacles is telling me that they want this more than anything. So they're willing to face that fear, face the fact that they don't have all the information, and still go for it even though you're afraid. Like, that's what true bravery is. And it's so interesting because I almost even feel like this Four of Pentacles is actually kind of interesting how I'm reading it, because it almost feels like they're closed off to everyone else except for you. That's literally the message I'm getting. Is like you are the only one that they see, like the only one that they want. Like, it's like you have everything that they want, and so their eyes are on the prize, and you are the prize. Like, and then again at the bottom of the deck is still the Six of Pentacles, so it's like they truly want to give to this. They think that this is worth the investment, this is worth like giving to, because it's going to pay them back threefold. Like, it's like, it feels like everything that they put into this connection is going to be repaid back to them. So it's like, or they know that that's the possibility. And so it's like, yeah, like obviously, like, it's just that you're so worth it, you know? That's what I'm getting, is like, you're so incredibly worth overcoming these fears, pushing aside these ideas that they may not have the full picture, that they may not be seeing everything that they, you know, and their fears of like not standing a chance. It's like, no. There is a sense of stubbornness with the Four of Pentacles. And so it feels almost like that they are truly stuck on you like glue. And so they're not going to give this up, even if they are confused, even if they do feel like they don't have all the information. Because this is like what they truly, truly want. And this could even be applied in a different way too. Like, maybe they are the one with all the options, but still, they want to hold on to you specifically. Like, out of all the options, you are the one that they want. Like, this is, they feel very attached to you. And I feel like it could definitely be with the fact that you showed up as that Queen of Cups. I feel like it's like your heart and the way that you are is just like, nobody else makes them feel that way. Wow. And so it's like, when they come forward with all this, I feel like the biggest thing is that they want to start this new phase with you. They want to start this whole new cycle with you. And I'm even getting, oh my gosh. So the way that this looks, it looks like an eyeball even. And so I'm getting, you are the apple of their eye. you know? And also with the World card, I'm getting that you are their world, you know? Like they truly hold you in such a high regard, and it's like there's some sort of sense of focus on you. Like I almost even wonder if like maybe you don't even fully realize just how much you mean to this person. Like this person truly sees you as their everything. Like you could make them so incredibly happy. The two of you could have everything together. That's what they're seeing. And so it's like, yeah, I want this new beginning more than anything. Even if I'm afraid, even if I don't have all the facts, I'm still gonna go for it. Even if I have to, you know, take things slow with that Knight of Pentacles, they're willing to take things slow. I actually really like that. Yeah, I like that determination. Okay. Alrighty. So that is the reading. I really hope that you appreciated this or resonated with this. Anyways, I hope that it resonated with you. If it did resonate, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. Yeah, so if you like my videos and you'd like to see more, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time I upload. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.